Welcome back, everyone, to Shards of Amber. We are calling this Season 2, as we are about to wind down on this campaign due to my wife and I having a second baby in August, so this needs to be wrapped up before then. So, I don't know if y'all saw it, but we've jumped 5 months ahead in the timeline. This is the same timeline that Sean, whose Chronicles of Peril game was running on Tuesdays. They've completed theirs, but in our timeline, that finale hasn't happened yet. But what's happened here in those past 5 months, there is a video on YouTube if you want to go watch it. It's short. It's on the MacLights channel. But just to quickly summarize it for everyone here watching, the party had made it up to High Moon, met with Simus Wopool, who was one of Caecilius's former lieutenants, who turned away from Caecilius and his less than good ways and went to the way of good and was trying to collect as much amber as he could out here and prevent Caecilius from getting it, and doing whatever he could to actively undermine Caecilius's grab for power. The party had allied themselves with Simus through Windovia, and they have been kind of holed up in High Moon for the past 5 months, using that time and the ring that was given to them by Delthrin to go back and forth to Marsember, checking in on their inn, checking in on Mia and Buala, and their little business is going really well. So they're going back and forth and making sure everything is going good there, and kind of stocking up and checking in and building magical items and taking the time to help Simus and Windovia in their final push to get this amber collected and out of this area for fear of further attack from Caecilius's agents. So where we pick up tonight, the party has come to a conclusion of what they want their plan to be, working it out with Simus and Windovia. And they are going to be taking some of the pieces of amber south and trying to get to the ruins of Starmantle, and where they believe that the magical powers of that ruined city will shield any attempts to find this amber. So the party has to decide how they want to get south. There are 3 routes that are going to be presented to them, and they're going to have to choose one of them. So that's where we are going to pick up right now. So, you guys have kind of gone through, you've packed up, you've stocked up, you're eager to get going. You've been really sitting tight for the past 5 months, even though you've been traveling to Marsember and going back and forth. You're itching to go do some stuff. So Windovia comes in and she says, "Guys, this is the final push. We know that. Well, we don't know. We believe that getting this amber to Starmantle will keep it safe from scrying eyes, so to speak. We're still working out ways, trying to find books and tomes for the best way to take care of it, to destroy it. However, in the meantime, we need you to get it there. We're having a couple people take different routes to take different pieces to get there, so as that it's not all in one bundle, for fear of losing it all. But we only have so many people willing to do it. So you guys are going to be transporting several pieces south. Unfortunately, you're going to have to go on foot. We can't send you the sea route, and there's just no magical way we can send you without bringing up a really, really bad repercussions with that. We don't know how that would really travel all that well. So there's 3 routes you guys can take. And she rolls out the map. She says, "We're here in High Moon. You can go over the Thunder Peaks, through the edge of the forest, and then south through the vast swamp. And that's going to be the fastest way. However, it's the most exposed to enemy agents, we believe. You're going to be most exposed that way. There's another way. It's over the edge of the Thunder Peaks again. There's really no way around getting over the Thunder Peaks. You have to go through them. Through the base of the mountains and again through the swamp. It's the slowest possible route, but it also serves the best protection for you guys. It's the most difficult, but it's going to have the least amount of possibility of people coming in for you. And then there's another route. It goes through the base of the mountains, through the plains, to the east of the mountains, and then through the edge of the swamp. It's also fast, but it's also equally exposed as the first route. So the two routes, main ones that you're most exposed, are on the outsides. The least exposed is down the middle. The outside ones are faster, the middle one is slower. I do need to know how you guys want to go, so I'm going to give you a few minutes to talk it over and let you guys decide how you want to do that. And she kind of sits back and grabs her drink and kind of throws her hair back and just kind of sits there and looks at you all and waits.
Which route has the fewest vampires?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
Okay, an obvious threat. Do we have an idea of how many people would be possibly looking for this amber? Is it a group of hundreds? Is it...
Given Simus's explanation of Caecilius, Simus was originally sent by Caecilius, when he was still working with him, out east to try to find shards of amber. He was given a small group, about 50 people, to go out and find all of this. Simus then turned to the good, and all but maybe like 10 stayed with him. So there's only 10 decided to go and stick with Caecilius. So Simus's agents are about 40.
Okay.
However, on the way up, you guys were attacked by a group in red, and Simus also was attacked in open in High Moon by another group in red, which was come to find out were other agents of Caecilius sent to try to assassinate Simus for being disloyal and turning against him. So he's not sure. Simus has said Caecilius has, from what he knows, a massive base to draw from. So it could be, a small force out here just to try. Like, of 8 at this point that you've run into skirmishes with. But it could be hundreds. He's not quite sure how many people Caecilius has sent out here.
Which route, do they have any thought, or does our intel say anything about which way they think we're going to go?
They don't have any agents within his organization anymore. So they don't have no more intel from that. So they're not sure.
I think maybe the quickest route might be the best if time is of the essence. I know it seems more dangerous, but I think going through the plains is equally as dangerous. We're going to have to touch the swamp either way, and we have to go over the mountain either way. So...
These past 5 months have told me one thing, or made me feel one thing. I don't like being forced to commit to one route. I say we take all 3.
Splitting up would not be a wise decision. I agree with Quill. I believe that time is of the essence, and I believe that we should take the fastest route possible. And we've defended ourselves up to this point, and we'll defend ourselves again if something comes our way.
Avion?
I want to just get this over with. I'd like to actually settle down, not be doing adventuring anymore.
So the fastest route, okay.
Well, this way we can not only protect the amber and get it where it needs to be, but also we can show that we're not afraid of anybody out there, and we can really show that we are the party that they should worry about. We shouldn't be worried about them.
Yep. We're going to not commit to the other 2 routes. Is that good?
Yeah, I'm not committing to the other 2 routes for sure.
Good. All right.
I like the way you think, Quill. That's smart.
Right.
And just for the record, I'm afraid of every group.
And
that makes sense.
Windovia kind of leans in and she says, "So you mentioned vampires before. I'm pretty sure there aren't any, but I can't be sure. I can't commit to telling you that."
I believe her.
And she kind of smirks.
In case there are vampires, I've never killed a vampire. How do you go about doing so?
And she's like, "Has anybody here killed a vampire before?"
I mean,
She looks at you, Ocel. She mostly looks at you.
Perhaps I have.
She's like, "Would you like to share?" I haven't killed one. I'm not sure. I've heard stake through the heart.
I was able to go about that route. I was able to overpower the vampire and put a stake right through its heart, and it was the most direct and the best way I found to dispatch of them.
So do you guys? I just threw the map up on.
Oh, I see the routes.
Cool. So you have 3 routes. Oh, Shannon, that paused at the worst possible time for you.
That is amazing.
That is fantastic.
That makes me happy.
Oh, gosh, I love your internet connection, Shannon. That's just the best thing ever. We'll give her while she's doing that. I'm gonna flip over here to show the battle map to kind of give everyone an idea at home of the 3 different routes that everybody's working with. So, while we wait on Shannon to get back, the route down the middle is the slowest.
Okay.
The route to the west, which kind of goes following the road through the edge of that Hullock forest, is the fastest. But it is the most exposed because you're going to be on the road. And then the one to the east is the second fastest, and it's slightly less exposed than the road route. So you've got least exposed in the middle, most exposed to the west, and middle exposure in the east.
I believe we should go to the east. Well, it'll be a fast route, but also we can at least mitigate maybe some of our discrepancies in terms of these routes.
I agree. Let's get on the road.
Windovia says, "So this is your choice. You're going to take the eastern route."
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Good to know. So I will have people ready for you. Your goal is to get through the swamp, and down here, like just on this inlet, is the exit of the. What is the name of that river? I don't remember the name of that river. Anyhow, the river from the vast swamp exits right there on that road. She says I'll have someone pick you up there, and then we will get you on your ship, and we will get you to Starmantle. So, you've got no more than about 7 days to do it. 7 days, if we haven't heard from you, we're going to assume the worst and continue to keep shipping as much as we can to Starmantle. Fair?
That's fair.
Okay.
Like, what would the worst scenario be?
That you all are captured, your amber taken by Caecilius' agents, and all of you tortured and executed?
Oh, yeah. That sounds pretty bad.
It's a bad day. I say we go for that.
No, I say we don't do that.
Okay, let's not do that. Let's get on the road, though.
Okay. And she looks at all of you and she says, again, I cannot thank you enough for what you volunteered to do. I hope that what we have been able to try to provide to you has been enough compensation. What you've done for our cause is invaluable, and you are held to the highest regard in all of our hearts. So with
You've been most kind to us during this time, and I, for one, certainly appreciate it. I know what we've undergone has been dangerous, but the importance of these quests is not to be understated.
These are dark times. There are evil people about trying to consume power to further their means, and we need to stop them. So go, and before you go, each of you take a few of these. And she hands over to each of you 2 healing potions. So you've got those ready to go. Let me tell you, let's see. She's going to give you 2 greater healing potions each. So that's 44 plus 4. And she says, so, go fast, be safe. But if you fall, if you don't make it there in a week's time, we probably aren't going to be sending anyone to find you for risk of losing more people.
Understood.
I like how you said probably. You didn't commit to that. You might send them, so that's good to know.
That's right.
Yeah, we might not.
Yeah,
We probably won't,
But you might.
but we might.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, there's a chance.
And then
Makes me feel better.
she kind of gets together and she says, all right, good luck, and may you get there safely. And boom, you guys kind of start out from High Moon, and you leave town, you head south. By this point in time, it's spring has passed, summer has passed, and the crispness of fall has set in. The leaves have started to change. That cool weather has set in. The humidity has disappeared. The sun is out today. It had been raining for the past few days, but today is a nice sunny day. The ground is still a little damp and wet from all of the rain, but it's pretty good travel. And you make your way to the very base of the edge of the Thunder Peaks, and you make your way down. You start the climb. There's a trail that kind of goes over. Day 1, you're kind of going through. You start your cross. You come up to the River Arkin, and it's a fairly wide river at this point. Even though it's kind of high up in the mountain and it's near the source of it, it really has opened up. There is kind of like a rope bridge over it that you can take. You go over it without issue, and then you find yourself full into the little eastern jut of the Thunder Peak Mountains. And it's fairly difficult mountainous terrain. Quill, you're probably best adapt, given your ability within nature to traverse through it. But Yip Yap, you're kind of having some trouble. Avion, this is not like the sea or anything that you're used to, and Ocel, with your armor, you're finding it, and the elevation, it's a difficult walk for you too. I mean, Quill, it's not to say that it's easy for you, but out of the 4 of you, you're having the easiest go because you are in nature.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you continue south through that little bit, and on the way, day 2, like day 1, you've slept, you've camped, you found a nice place, not a problem. Day 2, you pick back up. Morning, no issues. Hike down. I need everyone to make a perception check for me, please.
That is fair.
Yip Yap? Okay. Yip Yap
Don't
is
see it, but it can't be good.
so focused on his shiny. So focused on the shiny that he's not really singing. Side note, who's carrying the amber? You have, let's see, how many pieces am I going to divvy up between you guys? Let's give you guys 4 pieces.
I
You
have
guys are
2.
going to be carrying 4 pieces. Osel, you're carrying 2?
Yep.
Okay. Who else is carrying?
Quill's quite scared of him. I don't think Quill would be wanting to hold any.
Well,
I'll
I want
take
to
one.
carry.
Okay. Yip Yap, while you are carrying this, first day, like, you sensed there was something magical and you were kind of interested in it, but by day 2, you're really into this thing. You're staring into it a little bit more, and you're starting to think you hear voices talking to you. The next morning after breakfast, when you hit the trail again, you're sitting, you're walking, kind of looking around, and while everyone else is kind of paying attention to their surroundings, you're really just kind of focused on this package kind of wrapped up. Are you keeping it in your pack or on your person?
Well, I keep it in my bag of holding.
Okay. Despite that it's in your bag of holding, when you went to check on it, you hear a voice, and it says, "Hello, traveler. You stand before Sakane, the soul hungerer. I offer you complete control over death. A great power it is, but it has a price. And whenever you use it, you'll also collect the price to be paid. Do you wish to take my gift?"
Hi, Shiny.
Do you wish to take my gift?
How much? You
As
said
I
there's a
said,
cost.
I offer you complete control over death. But it has a price. A price
So
you
how
won't
mu-
know until you consume the power.
Two gold pieces?
It will cost a little bit more than that.
3 gold pieces?
And you just hear a... And then you don't hear anything.
Well, I'm gonna take the shiny and I'm gonna show it to Ocel. I'm gonna say, "Hey, the shiny, you can hear the ocean when you put it up to your ear."
Wait, what?
I just heard
you
the
can hear
ocean.
things?
Yeah, the ocean. Listen.
I don't
I'll
think
hold
that
it
was
up
the
to-
ocean.
Do you hold
need
it?
to-
Do you hold it up to his ear?
Well, I hold it up to him. I don't know. I probably can't reach his ear.
Fair enough.
Also, put it back in your bag and do not listen to it.
You don't want to hear the ocean?
No, I don't. Put it back in your bag and do not listen to it.
Fine. You could use some relaxation, and it was pretty relaxing. I'll shove it. I'll shove it in my bag.
Fair enough.
That's so uptight.
He is pretty wound up.
Avian, how are you carrying your piece?
Probably in my, let's see, what would I do? My efficient quiver, I would probably have it in one of the pockets.
Okay. And then Ocel, you're 2 in your pack?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, after Yip Yap kind of shoves this thing up in your face, Ocel, and you tell him to put it back, in that brief moment, Quill, you notice, and also you're catching it too. Avian, you're not quite seeing it. You're hearing what sounds like a fight. It's fairly far off in the distance. Quill, you're guessing that it's probably 800, like half a mile away. Like you're hearing the ring of steel. You're hearing some screams, even from half a mile. You're hearing it. It's very faint.
Wow.
Quill, it's very faint.
Okay.
But you just pick up that. Oh, so you're hearing some of the steel, but Quill, you're hearing that as well.
Quill's gonna kneel down
And it's to the south of you.
and face that direction and put my hand on the dirt and try to use my ability to kind of hone in to see what kind of chaos is going on and what nature's telling me about what's going on. Try to read through the.
So you push down and you feel and you go out and you feel that this area, the forest, like there's like the trees that are here are strong. They're happy. They're content. And it was what, a mile per druid level?
Yes.
I believe. So you've got 13 miles that you can push out to. Obviously, it's strongest in the center, but
Sure.
as you go out, you do catch some of the plant life in the grasslands just outside, and some more trees. But you're not getting a sense that nature is being harmed.
Okay.
But everything here seems strong. Nature here, like the plant life, the tree growth, everything feels strong.
Okay. And I have the sense that that's our direct path going through is where I'm hearing the fighting.
Yeah, so it's to the south. Like you hear it like ahead of you.
All right, and I'm going to tell the group that we need to tread lightly, go as stealthily as possible, because if we can avoid the fighting, then that would be best.
Yeah. While I know we can hold our own, the less amount of fighting we go through, the better.
Okay.
And so I think we should start packing up camp and heading in that direction. I'm gripping my staff of woodland as hard as I could, kind of getting ready to, possibly cast and walking slowly.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you kind of keep going south, and for the next, like, it's a half a mile, so it's not going to take you that long to get down there. But as you get closer, the sounds of steel have dissipated. The screams have like stopped. You're not really hearing anything anymore.
I'm gonna, with my staff of woodlands, cast Path Without a Trace on us.
Okay.
And expel that charge from my staff.
Sure. So you
So it
all
gives
have
us
a
plus
plus 10 to stealth. Should you want to roll stealth?
Yeah, I say we approach cautiously.
So yeah, it's 27 there. So you're able to come up. I'm just gonna let you all know that you're with this plus 10. You're all able to quietly kind of come up, and as you do, there's like a rock, like a base of the mountain kind of comes down. So as you're looking at it to your left, it starts the mountain kind of high and it tapers down, and you're able to see like a rock kind of jut out as it tapers in. There's some trees kind of leading up to it, and you see the edge of what appears to be like wooden, like trees driven into the ground, sharpened at the top, a rudimentary not a fence, but like a gate, a barrier. And at the very, very tip of it, you see where the gate was, it's broken in from what you can tell. There's an orc body laying on the ground in there.
Huh.
And up on top of this rock, Quill, you see it, there's a human with a bow and an arrow, and it's knocked, and they're just kind of scanning and looking around.
Is there any cover for us to pass the fort without being noticed? I mean, I know we rolled high on stealth, but if you're on top of a fort and we're not any cover,
I mean, there's trees scattered around. You'd have to make breaks between patches of trees. This is kind of like the edge of the mountains, so it's not complete forest cover.
Okay, and we don't have to go through the fort to go through the path. We can avoid the fort from what we can tell.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm just gonna kind of look at Ocel while we're sneaking and just being like, point towards the fort or that way, past the fort.
Past the fort. I think that's probably our best bet.
Okay. So I'm just gonna look and tell Yip. And we're going to go in that direction. And I guess we're going to try to stealth past his gaze.
Okay. So, like, he's scanning. As you start to come down, you see that there's another, like, where there's the break in the gate, the front wall of this place. There's another rock jutting out and another human doing this. And they've timed it to where, like, they're kind of covering each other, so as one's looking right, this one's looking right to where he was. So they're covering each other's blind spot, so to speak.
Do they have any flags or any colors to like insignia?
They're in like, from what you can tell, they're like hide, sort of, like not chaps, but like it's hide armor effectively, hide clothing. They're decent-looking longbows.
Both humans?
Both humans.
Okay.
And then at the front, there is the body of an orc. And as you kind of continue to skirt the outsides, Ocel, you hear what appears to be the scream of a child.
What was that? Did you guys hear that? What was that?
Doesn't sound like anything good's happening to a child right now.
Then you hear another just blood-curdling scream, and it's echoing. Like you get the impression that this is kind of carved out of this natural face. You can't quite see in, so you don't know exactly how it is, but you're guessing that the way that it's designed, the gate is using what's left of some natural formations to build up with wood, but then most of the blocking part of this, most of its fortifications are coming from the edge of the mountain itself. So you kind of get an echo coming off of this, and it's just blood-curdling scream. You're not quite sure what's happening.
Can we tell if it's coming from the fort or if it's just...
It's coming from within there.
Yeah.
You're 90% sure it's coming within there. And as you do that too, you see this body. You see the body in the front of that orc being drug in.
Oh.
Ocel starts running towards the fort.
Son of a bitch.
Probably better to not do that.
I just look at Avion and just shrug my shoulders and kind of go, I guess this is what we're doing. And kind of get her initial reaction before I start following as well.
Kobolds run from Screaming Fort, not into it.
I'm just gonna sigh. I'm gonna get up from my crouching position and just start running towards the fort.
All right, I'm going to stay stealth and try to... How far are we away from the front?
You guys started to skirt around it, so you're probably a solid 200 yards from the front.
Oh, shit, yeah, I'm running towards it. It'd take me forever stealthing that way. All right.
Yeah? Everybody's going in?
I guess so.
I mean, I guess we're approaching the front of the fort. Ocel's going to go in with or without us, so there's no stopping that.
All right. So, let me copy your tokens out so that I can get that for you. And then we will begin your investigation of this place.
Oh, that's a wicked-looking camp, yeah.
That's an interesting way you describe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what investigation we're gonna. This will be fun.
Hold on a second. I need to get, let's see, Quill and Ocel still.
It all began at a fort like this.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Perhaps it'll end at one.
So for the sake of this, you're not this close yet.
Okay.
I don't have map space to put you anywhere else. So, Let me switch over here so that our friendly viewers at home can see this as well. And we will begin your look at this. So, up here, just to identify a few things. Up top here is one of the humans on this precipice here. And there's another one here. These are the two archers that you saw. This is the body of an orc being dragged by another human in hides with a long sword down sheathed. And that's really all you can tell by looking directly in. There are spikes up here driven in. You can't see what's below it, but there are more spikes driven in here and here. The front, there is no gate. It appears to have been broken down.
Well, it would have been broken down in a second anyway, so that's good.
Would it have, though?
No, because Avion's behind me.
It probably would have been set on fire.
Yes. There's a good chance of that.
So, yeah, that's what you're seeing. So this guy's back is turned, and these guys are doing their, like, scanning thing.
I'm...
And for
also,
right now, for the
like,
sake of things, I'll say with the tree cover and the shrub cover that's been there, and what you rolled with the Pass Without a Trace, you haven't been picked up yet. You're about 100 yards at this point from the front.
It's good.
And there is enough cover for you guys to kind of like zigzag through. You'll be exposed from time to time, but I'm gonna have each of you make three stealth checks. So let's start with Avion. Go ahead and make 3 stealth checks. Plus 10 to each of them.
Corey, how tall are these walls? The archers are up. How many feet?
So they're up on rocks with like wooden platforms on them. So they're about 20 feet up in the air, and the fence is about 10 feet.
Okay.
So one more, Avion.
No, she froze.
Froze again.
Ah, man. Okay. So let's skip. Ocel, go ahead and make your 3. Oh, there's Avion's. Okay, cool. So Avion, even though you had that slow roll in the beginning, you weren't picked up because you got plus 10 to each of those. Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys are flying in the dark. Yip Yap, your turn.
Oh, yeah, we'll change that.
I mean, you're really going to have a bad roll to...
Shh. Why are you saying that? You know that's going to happen.
No, it's normally Billy.
There it is.
Even that's a 15.
It's a 15.
That's a 34. And a 32. Yeah, so, like, you're not getting picked up. 20, 22, 24.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys are able to make it basically within 20 yards, huddled up in some underbrush in one of the trees up in front of this thing.
Okay. So, are we all kind of together there in the brush? Are we about 10 feet or 20 feet apart from each other, like lined up, or?
No, like there's not much cover the closer you get to it. So where you are is...
It's pretty much where you are in cover.
So see this tree right here, like these bushes? You're all basically huddled up, trying to stay covered right here. You're about 10 yards. That's a little bit further out. Imagine if that little grouping of trees was about 10 yards from the front.
Okay.
We have to get in there. We have to find out what's happening to that child.
And Ocel, as you're saying this, a familiar voice in your head comes in and says, "This is going to be an interesting test for you. You don't have to do this if you don't want to."
I'm not letting another child suffer. That's not going to happen.
You don't hear anything else? All right, so how do you guys want to go? You've got about 10 yards to breach the front, and you're going to have to go through... As soon as you leave their cover, they're going to see you.
I'm just going to stare at Ocel and kind of wait for his... If he tells me to run, I'll run. If he tells me to cast, I'll cast.
This is about the child. We can't just walk by this and let that child suffer. That's not going to happen.
And you just see...
We can totally do that. That is a thing that we can totally do.
No, we can't. We can, but if you guys want to go, and I will go investigate this myself. If you want to keep on going down south and go on the road, by all means. But I will go in there and I will find out what's happening to that child.
Well, staying in cover, you see me, my eyes kind of turn white, and I just kind of look at Ocel with one kind of eye roll with my eyes white, and I cast Moonbeam on the first guy.
The guy dragging the body, or one of the archers?
The guy, archer on the top.
This guy?
Yep.
All right. So I'll give, boom, that goes down.
2d10.
Yeah.
10 damage on him.
Yep. So let me try to bring a shape out here.
You call down the thunder, now we've got it.
It's what, 10, was it 10 foot diameter? 5 foot radius, so 10 foot diameter. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try one more time to make sure this gets where I want it to go. Yep, okay.
I'm still staying crouched down. I'm just staring at him through the brush.
So as you cast this
white.
from there, this ghostly white pillar of flame comes down and just illuminates this guy, and he just bursts into white ghostly flame, and he just starts screaming. And as he does that, I'm gonna put. How are you guys lined up? Ocel, you're first.
Yep.
Have you left cover?
As soon as he cast that, I would run out.
Okay, so you're running down here. Avion, what are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do? I sure as hell don't want to do this, but here we are. We have to save the child, so
All Corey has to do is say a child screaming and Ocel's gonna fight. It's not gonna not happen.
I'm just gonna move up here and take a shot at.
So by the time you've gotten here, again, this guy's kind of pointing this way, and he's dragging. He was dragging this body down here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot at the guy dragging the body with my crossbow.
Okay, so before you do that, I'm gonna give Quill started that off. Then Ocel jumped next. So Ocel, I'm gonna give you your surprise before Avion, before yours, because he'd be the first to jump out after that.
Okay.
I would run up to. I would try and axe the guy that's dragging the body. I would axe him in the back.
Okay. So as you run up, Quill casts this, the light comes down. He hears the scream. As he starts to turn, you're gonna get one attack on him.
Yep.
So go ahead and make your great axe attack. Let me bring him up here so I can see my dude. 15 does not hit. So you come up and you're just so enraged, you swing, and you completely bounce off his armor on his left shoulder and down his arm, and then you recover the axe, but he's now going to be engaged with you. At this point, the other archer is aware, having heard you run in and scream. So everybody, let me bring up the initiative tracker, and let's start initiative. Ha! There we go. And he's back.
Jeez.
Like my token.
There's karma. Yep. Okay.
Oh, wow. That's rough. I rolled a nat 1. Wow. That hurts.
All right.
And I still rolled better than Ocel.
Isn't that nuts?
It's unbelievable.
Oh, okay. So let me...
Every character I make from now on will have initiative bonuses.
You could have fixed this.
It won't
You could've
matter.
Fixed it.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered.
Alright, so I'm going to say... Let me quickly create... Let me give them one, which was... Crap, I just deleted it. Let me do that again. Okay. Alright, so they're going to act on an 18 initiative. Let me pull this up here so our friends at home can see it. And we will start cycling through that. And yeah, so Quill, you've already acted, so I'm going to skip down to Yip Yap. And we're going to go that way. Even though it was a surprise round, you did get to go first. We're going to just jump into it this way. So Yip Yap.
All right. So I'm going to firebolt this guy in the moonbeam.
Okay.
Hell of a day for that guy.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if I hit him. Let's see. Roll. Cast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely hits.
So he takes 12 fire damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move. And I think I'm going to move right here. This is a wall, right? Like I have some cover from this wall.
Yeah, that's a 10-foot wall.
Okay, good. So I'm going to run and get cover behind that wall.
Okay.
And that's all I got.
Okay. Their turn. So, this guy actively burning is going to try to climb down out of it this way. I believe does he have to make a save to do that?
Why am I all over the place?
It would have been a con save initially.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say he took it.
He moves out of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So he moves out of it. Yeah, he can do that without any issue. Okay. Some things like Moonbeam or other spells like that you can't. So he moves out. He's here. He's looking ragged after taking that hit, like straight up ragged. But he's on the rock edge here, and he's gonna have a shot at disadvantage at you, Yip Yap. So
okay.
I'm gonna make a attack there with his bow, which I'm pretty sure an 11 does not hit you.
It does not.
So yeah, lets one loose. It just thuds into the dirt next to you. Yeah, it's not doing great. So he's gonna try to fire again. Let me roll this again. I'm pretty sure 12 doesn't hit you either.
Nope.
Yeah. So he is done. Bro down here is going to turn, and now that he felt your great axe slide down his shoulder armor, he's going to make an attack against you, Ocel. So he unsheathes his long sword, and he's going to make an attack. 21 hit you?
Yep.
So he does 4 slashing damage with that. So
okay.
first when he comes down, boom. Second attack, he's going to get a 20. Does a 20 hit you?
Yes.
Okay, so 11 damage coming off that.
Okay.
And after he's done with that, he pulls out a short sword. So he's got a long sword in one hand and a short sword in the other. And he just looks at it and he says, "This isn't your fight, friend."
You made it my fight.
How did we make it your fight?
There's a child in here suffering. There's no way that this could, that can go unpunished.
And he spits, and you just see all on the ground everywhere around, like, as you're doing this, there are just bodies of orcs everywhere. And you see Not too many. There's some human bodies on the ground too, and you surmise there was probably a pretty bloody fight here. And there are humans in hide actively running into the front here. And he says they're just baby orcs. They're meaningless. And he spits on one of the bodies. All right, Avion. And all of you hear this, except for you, Quill. You don't hear this because you're still in cover.
I'm gonna take a different means of approach, considering I've overheard that poor baby orcs are being slaughtered. I feel slightly more invested in this. So I'm gonna run up to Dude Bro that's attacking Ocel, and I'm gonna just violently bludgeon him with my quarterstaff.
Go for it. $15 does not hit.
Alright, well, I'm still gonna do it again.
Woo! 19 definitely hits, though. So that is 4 damage with that. Okay?
And then, for good measure, I'm gonna hit him again.
Yeah, go for it.
Damn it.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
1 out of 3 ain't bad.
You knew his name was Dude Bro, though, so that's...
Dude, bro.
Dude, bro. All right. So that's your movement. Yeah, you're good to go. Ocel.
Well, you guys know where this was coming. Ocel is so enraged. Necrotic Shroud's coming out.
Yes.
So the Dude Bro takes a DC hang on. DC 16 charisma save.
Okay. DC 16 charisma save for old dude. He rolls a 16.
Alright, so he is not frightened of me.
Wings are out.
Eyes are black.
Eyes are black.
And I will be great axing him in the face.
Okay, go for it. That
13 does not hit.
Does not hit.
Extra attack.
Second attack, 18. That is going to hit.
So 14 damage plus 13 necrotic damage.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh, I hear you.
So describe how this necrotic damage impacts him.
He is, while he isn't frightened, he is certainly intimidated, and it's just like tearing at his skin, just the force of divine energy coming off of Ocel. It's just like blowing him back, and kind of just like you start seeing some of the hide like flick off everywhere, especially along where the great axes hit him.
Okay. What color is it?
It's black.
Okay. All right. With that, do you want to do... That was your bonus action. So, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Quill.
Okay. So I can still see the guy that took a shot at Yip Yap, right? On that corner. Over the...
Yeah, this dude here? Yeah, you can see him. You've got full exposure to him.
All right, I'm just moving the moonbeam right over to him.
Okie doke. So he's got to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
All right, 1 second here.
It's a pretty good roll.
It's pretty good.
Where'd he go? There he is. Con save. What's your... Oh, yeah, he's going to fail it no matter what.
Yeah.
He just got a 3.
Yeah. Cool. Spell save's 18, so...
So, you just see him, like, Thanos finger snap, just dust, and just...
Awesome.
Disappears. Like,
all right.
Body is gone.
All right, and I'm just going to move up next to Yip Yap. Actually, I can use my full movement, get behind Ocel, and now you got a guy in just flaming black and a guy in flaming white approaching. If that doesn't scare the shit out of anybody, then I don't know what will.
Wait, you're not illuminated.
No, my eyes are burning white.
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
yeah,
moonbeam
yeah.
spell.
Yeah. Yeah.
A dude in all black, a dude with burning out white eyes, and then a very angry, spiky butch lesbian. Let's do this.
This is the party I would actually pick out of all of us. So.
And with that, it comes to Yip Yap.
All right. So the only enemy I can see is this dude here.
So, well,
The other archer.
From where you are, you can see the archer up here, who didn't do anything on his turn. And this guy, you don't know, you like peek around the corner and see this guy, but that's really all you can see at this point. You do, when you peek around, also see another human running in across what you gather is like a little bridge over a creek.
So he's 30 feet away. The other archer is about 30 feet away from me. So,
Yeah.
let's see. I think what I'm going to do... I'm gonna move to here, and then I'm gonna lightning bolt that dude.
Okay, go for it.
So I think he has to make a DC 18 dexterity save.
Yeah, let me...
He can fail it if he likes.
DC 18 Dex.
Yeah.
DC 18 Dex. I don't know why it's thrown 2 out. I'll go with the first one. So 14. So yeah, he fails.
So he takes 27 plus 5, so 32 lightning damage.
Oh.
And yeah, you see him just... It hits him square in the chest. The hides singe and burn off, and you just hear this like guttural shriek as he starts convulsing and then collapses.
Oh, sorry about that.
And he's down.
All right, then I think I since I took 5, 10, 15 movement, I can take movement again, right?
Yeah.
I'm just going to go right here behind this wall.
Okay.
Seems safer.
Okay.
And then I'm done.
And it is their turn. So, old dude, Dude Bro is going to take a swipe at you, Ocel. So, let's see here. So, his first attack with his long sword, an 18 just hits you, doesn't it?
Just hit, yeah.
Yep, so 9 damage off that. So he comes in with his first overhead strike, and with your great axe kind of hanging in front of you, he catches you in the wrist area. Then he rears back again, and he comes in for like a one-handed side swipe. And he is going to roll an 8.
That misses.
It's doubling up here, so... Yeah, an 8 misses, and then his third, he's going to get a third attack. He's going to go thrust in with the short sword. 17.
That hits.
17 hits. So with that, he is going to do, let's see, 9 damage. Comes in and just finds a little cinch where when you spread your wings out and you like opened up a little bit with your axe, you found a little chink in your armor and just comes in and takes a little pierce in there for you. And he's just grunting like this, like guttural, just. And with that, this person is running across the bridge. And they can't quite get there, but they're going to get close. They get about here. And then you see a couple more people start popping out. So... kind of comes over here. This is a broken down wagon. They take a little cover back there. They get to there. And we see... you see that person. All of you are able... like, they're just popping up behind rocks. Like, they're some of these giant... they're not giant, but they're like boulders that have fallen down off the mountain. And particularly this one, and you see a couple people pop out from the side of it. And what you're seeing in this camp is, this is not a human camp. From all of your experience, particularly Ocel and Quill, you know that, and actually, Yip Yap, these are orc. This was an orc camp.
They were invaded, yeah.
So... that is that. At this point, you do hear another, from what you gather is the back of this fort, another child scream. And Avion, that brings us to you.
All right. Okay. I'm going to. All right. I'm gonna try something weird. I'm gonna climb on top of this rock.
Okay.
Try to. So should I roll like something for that?
Roll athletics.
Okay.
Yeah, you're able to get up it.
I'm gonna use levitate and use my quarterstaff to propel myself to the back of the camp where I hear the screams coming from.
Okay, so you've probably used about 15 feet of movement to get up. So you'll get, I guess if you want to dash.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash, so that's...
So you would have had 60, so you get 45 more feet.
Well, I have 40 feet of movement normally,
so you'd have 80. Okay, so you get 65 feet of movement. So you can make it, so if you're, let's see, if you're here, you can make it to, yeah, like right here.
Awesome. That's
right?
what I'm gonna do.
Okay, I'll move you up. Yeah, I'll say for there, you can make it to about there.
And if I use second wind, can I use that to do movement, or does it have to be an action?
I believe second wind is for an attack.
Yeah, that's
so
what I figured. But...
that's your like you can use the attack action, but I'm pretty sure second wind is just
no, not second wind, but an action surge.
Oh, you're gonna use an action surge.
Yeah, you can take one additional action on your turn.
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure you can do this, but let me just double check. Yeah, you can do it.
Do I see the little kid orcs, the little baby orcs?
Yeah, so from your perspective up, because you're like 20 feet up, you see there's another human here, and there's like three, they're still alive. There are three baby orcs in the back up against this wall. There's like 2 or 3 like female orcs on the ground. There's a pile of blood. And it's they're terrified. You're not quite sure how old they are, but they're small.
Well, I'm definitely using action surge to get the rest of the way there.
Okay, yeah, you can make it easily. So you can get like right above them. So you're gonna use your movement. You're gonna get right above them.
Can I do that and like drop down on the human's head, or?
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to attack or anything. So what I'd say is hold it until your next turn, and then drop down from there.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you're effectively directly above him. Okay, I believe that's you.
Yep.
Ocel, with your 3.
All right, let's great axe this guy in the face.
Attack 1, go. Does not hit.
All right, attack 2.
Attack 2. 17, I believe that does. Yes, that does hit.
All right, so that's 8
more. Okay.
Plus 13 necrotic damage.
God.
And as I'm reading, he needs to make a Dex saving throw, DC 13.
DC 13 for what?
For the Great Axe, after you attack a creature, that creature must make a Dexterity saving throw.
Is that for the fairy fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, he fails that. So you see him light up in like purplish twinklies. He's illuminated. So attacks against him have advantage now.
Aha. And you see just more of like kind of the necrotic damage, just kind of like pulling holes in his hide, and just like the blood is actually like kind of turning black as it's pulling out of the wound. Which
is really interesting because it's like weaving around this purple fairy fire, and all working together, and it's trippy, it's dark. I like it. So yeah, bonus action. Do you want to do anything?
Nope.
Okay. Quill, that brings us to you.
And that guy's still up.
Oh yeah, he's looking pretty ragged at this point with all the black necrotic energy surrounding him.
I'm gonna do something weird here. I'm just gonna move the moonbeam over to the guy getting ready to go across the bridge.
How far can you move it?
60 feet.
60, yeah, I think you can make that. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got that.
Yep. Just gonna kind of block that entry to the
wrong guy.
Bridge.
As it like passes along the ground, and there's just ghostly white flames going everywhere. Let me make his con save. What was the spell save again?
18.
It was Dex, wasn't it? No, it was Constitution.
Constitution.
I've been taking the bottom score, so a 15.
Yeah.
So he does not make
7.
that. 7 damage?
Points of damage. Yep.
Okay. Let me get that taken care of. Alright, so 7 damage. Cool. Alright.
And then the guy's still in front of me, correct?
Dude Bro?
Dude Bro.
Yeah, Dude Bro's right there.
I'm kind of wanting to... trying to want to catch up to Avion. So...
Like, y'all see her go up and then take her quarterstaff and, like, gondola push and just...
Yeah, I feel like Ocel has this guy. So I'm going to, as my action, I'm going to wild shape.
Okay.
And I'm going to be a female steeder.
Okie doke.
All right. And I'm going to take my movements running along the wall and then down. So it's a movement of 35 feet going around them, and I'll kind of leave that up to your discretion.
So where do you want to try to get to? Tell me that.
I'm going to try to get it to like this wall right around this area. Just kind of, and then go along the wall.
Yeah, you can make it to right here.
Okay, and then I'd like to move there.
Sure, go for it. Okay.
All right.
So all of a sudden, Yip Yap, you see Quill, like, focus down and boom, pop up as this giant steeder. And also, you feel it on your back, and then it, like, brushes past you and then rolls around the side. And it's kind of freakish. I don't think you've hit the steeder before, have you, Quill?
I did in the caves, but
that's right.
We were dispersed, and yeah, that wasn't a very good fight.
Yeah, they didn't see that. So
yeah,
this is the first time they see this pop out, and it's
with wide eyes.
Yeah,
a wide-eyed steeder.
It's dirty.
Yeah.
All right, Yip Yap. That brings us to you.
So I want to move here, and when I'm here, I can still see this guy here, can't I?
No, they are behind like a wagon, a broken down wagon. They'd have about half cover, so it'd be a disadvantaged shot.
but I can see him.
You can see him, yeah.
I can see part of it.
You can see parts of him.
Well, that's all I need to see.
I set the card on fire.
So I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Chain Lightning, and I'm gonna target that guy.
Sure.
All right. And then I'll tell you where I'm gonna arc it.
Okay.
Let me see. All right, so that's the.
Holy cow!
So he has to make a DC 18
Dex save.
Dex save.
Okay. He makes it.
So he takes half of that.
24
Plus-
damage.
What? Plus 5. So it was,
It's 29 damage.
29 damage.
damage. And then it can arc to 3 other people. So within 30 feet. So I'm going to get this guy here.
Yep.
He's going to get one of them.
Yep.
So he has to make the save.
DC 18. Does not. So that's a full 48.
Plus 5.
Plus 5. 50.
Holy cow!
53 damage. Wow. Okay.
And then it's going to hit this guy here.
Yeah. It sure does. So DC 18. Chain Lightning is such a beast of a freaking spell. 7 does not. So yeah.
So he takes 48 plus 5. And then I think it arcs out to 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it gets one more. And I'll arc it at Dude Bro.
Dude bro. Okay. I think you're gonna see Dude Bro take a dirt nap. Yeah, you target the one guy, and then it bounces off him. Simultaneously, all 3 come out of it, and as it strikes Dude Bro in the back, you see it arc all along his armor, and like, just, and he just goes down right in front of you, Quill. Right in front of you, Ocel. Just collapses.
That's awesome.
And I put my axe down into his head.
And then I'm going to use my movement to move back to where I was and kind of duck behind this wall.
Sure. All right.
Yip Yap destroys everything without even entering the fort.
So it's their turn.
He's window shopping. Murder.
That's right.
It is their turn. So from up top, this guy. Let's see where can he get?
I didn't even see him.
Yeah, he was hiding. He was hiding. So he comes up to you, Ocel, and he is just like frothing at the mouth, just straight up angry. And he's also wielding a great axe. And he's going to have advantage on this attack. Yeah, 23 hits you.
Yep.
For 14 damage.
Ouch.
Yeah. 14 slashing damage. However, attack rolls against him will have advantage. Alright, so that was his turn. This guy is going to also move up here. Yeah, he's going to come right here. So he hasn't left your space, Ocel, so you're not going to get an opportunity attack on him. And as he's like about to strike you, he turns and he sees just around the corner a little tiny kobold. Excuse me, a halfling. And he is going to... Again, you see him and he's just enraged. Just, ah! He takes his axe and he goes and he swings down against you. Yip Yap. 22 hits you, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, hang on. Let me think. Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Pretty sure it does.
I was thinking about my shield.
So 4 damage on that.
Okay. And I can track on Beyond, right?
Yeah, you can put all your
Yeah.
just use your hit points in there, which is great because the people watching at home with the overlay I believe it's turned on. No, we turned it off, so they can't see your hit points working right now. But I can turn that back on once we get Quill working. All right, let's see. So Dude Bro down here. God, now I'm going to call everybody Dude Bro.
Yeah, you're...
Thanks, Shannon. So he's going to attack...
Sorry, not sorry.
You broke Corey.
It's actually a she. She is going to attack this giant steeder that has basically appeared right in front of her. Again, she's just enraged too. She's great axe, goes to chop at you. 22, pretty sure that hits you.
Yep.
Will. So 14 damage.
Oh, okay.
Quill, go ahead and describe your steeder. There's a question in chat. What is a steeder? So I'll let you describe what your steeder
Okay,
is.
so it's like a hard case kind of spider, kind of humanoid-esque face coming out with two giant, like kind of spider-like
mandibles.
fangs. Yeah, mandibles. And you're looking at the giant legs. They kind of look like an armored spider almost.
Kind of imagine if like a hermit crab, instead of a crab, it was a spider.
Yeah, it's the mixture of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always like to get your description because you're the one. You're the
Right.
one wielding it. So yeah, that was 14 damage against you.
Okay.
So that's its turn. This one is gonna move out and also come up to you and make an attack. Pretty sure 10 does not hit you.
No.
Yeah. So that doesn't do anything. And then... Yep, that's going to be them. Avian, your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna bring the hammer down on this guy.
So, I'm going to give you advantage on this attack because you've kind of silently came up and you're right above him. And when you stop levitate, you can come straight down. So the extra force from dropping, I'm going to give you advantage on this attack.
And nice.
So yeah,
Yay.
26 is definitely going to hit. Let me just make this a little bit easier for the people to see. There we go. Okay, so yeah, 26 definitely hits there. For what, 7 damage? Okay.
Well, it says 4 bludgeoning, and then it says, two-handed is 7. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can just... So yeah, you came down two-handed, so yeah, 7. Okay? So you're now on the ground, right behind this guy. His back has not turned yet. You get a second attack.
Yes, I do. I'm gonna hit him again.
Mm-hmm. So no
Or
advantage.
not.
A 10. I'm pretty sure a 10 does not hit. No, a 10 does not hit. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go for a steel-toed destructor to his balls. So,
So Shannon,
the plus
Avian,
on that?
Avian has some magical boots intended for kicking indoors. So this is just
They
going to
got
be an
spikes?
unarmed attack, but they'll be +1.
Now she's kicking in outdoors.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's Dennis!
Yeah, that's definitely going to hit. So that's 5 damage to the giblets. All right. So as this guy turns, and you swing again with the quarterstaff and miss, and he kind of starts to laugh, you just wheel back and just plant one right between his legs, and he just. And you happen to notice that the orc children behind they're not quite sure what's going on, and they've all kind of like cowered up, and one of them's taken a pretty good gash to the arm, and there's just blood running down it. Because all these guys are wielding great axes. So, I believe that is your turn.
no, I still get another attack.
Oh, that's right, you get 3. Yep. Sorry.
Oh, no, wait, that was my third attack,
That's your
wasn't
third.
it?
Yeah, that was your.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, with the 13. Yeah. Okay. Ocel, that brings us to you.
All right.
So you've got this guy here, engaged with you, and this guy here, kind of behind you.
All right, I'm gonna go after this guy in front of me,
Okay.
and with my great axe, and I'm at advantage. This is a 19 hit.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so that'll be 7 plus the 13 necrotic damage, and then I need them to take the make a Dex DC 13 saving throw.
Dex 13 DC. 8 fail.
All right, so they are, they're all pretty. So now I continue. I'll make my second attack. And 12, I don't think hits.
No, 12 does not hit.
All right, and that. See if else I can.
And as you're attacking this guy, he's like, "Fellow human, what are you doing here? We've cleared this area of orcs. Why are you attacking us?"
You're harming children. That is not in any way acceptable.
As they're just orcs. They killed all of our people. Their kids will grow up to kill our people. And he spits, like, right at your feet.
All right.
So that was your action.
Yep.
Bonus action? You want to do anything with that?
Casting a spell is not a bonus action, correct?
Smite is a bonus action.
It's true. Yeah, let's go smite.
Okay.
Why not?
Are you just doing a regular smite, or are you going to do, like, one of the thunderous smites or anything like that?
Hang on. We're gonna go Wrathful Smite.
Okay. Go ahead and cast it. So if you click on it, and then there should be a little button. Yep, there you go. Which would be hilarious, one psychic. So DC 17 Wisdom save. 4. Yeah, no. So he takes 1. Go ahead and describe what this is. How it's going to function for you.
So this person, obviously he's seeing me, my black eyes and my wings, and he's just like, his nightmares are starting to like mess with his head a little bit. Like, you know, his worst nightmare is literally in front of him and just kind of starting to leak into his brain a little bit.
Okay.
Also, he must make a, so he is frightened of me.
Okay.
So that means he takes, he's in my aura of conquest, and that means he takes 6 more psychic damage.
Yes, he is. Okay. God, I love paladins. Okie doke. Let me jump over here. Let's see here. 1 second, I need to bring this up. There we go. Cool. Okay. So that is your turn, Quill. That brings us to you.
Say, so Corey, the guy that left the moonbeam, he was hurting pretty bad, right? Because he had gotten the lightning chain and the moonbeam.
That didn't tickle.
And then the one guy got hit with the moonbeam. So the eyes of the cedar are going to flare up and moonbeam directly like into them, right in front of me.
So like right here.
Yeah, to where it's not obviously hitting me.
So it's going to catch both of them. So they need to make Constitution saves. Yeah, 18 and a 23.
All right, so take half.
So 2 points each.
2 points damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. That was your bonus action to move it.
Okay, and then I'm going to just straight up bite the one in front of me.
The one at the top or the one at the bottom?
The one at the bottom that entered the space last and swung on
This
him.
one down here?
Uh-huh.
Okay, go for it. 19 definitely hits, so 5 damage to that one. Okay. So you two spider like fang things come out and just catch him like right in the clavicles.
Yeah.
And just shrieks out as like the little bit of like spider venom kind of goes into him. It's not like
Oh yeah, he has to make a con DC 12 save
or be
and
poisoned.
take 2d8.
He makes it.
He makes it, so
Yeah.
you have to take half.
So roll 2d8.
So half.
So he'll take 4 points of damage. Whew, he's not looking good at all. As like the venom sinks in, he's just looking rag, and he starts to slump down a little bit. He's up, but
Okay. And I'm just gonna hold my ground right there.
okay. Yippity yappity.
So I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to use some sorcery points, and I'm going to quicken a spell
Yep.
for my bonus action. And then, so I'm going to cast that spell as my bonus action, since it's quickened.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, for my action, I'm going to cast a cantrip, Shocking Grasp,
Okay.
which is the only spell I can only action and bonus action. I can only action a cantrip. So I'm
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp as my action on this guy first,
Okay.
and see how that works for me. Let's see. So plus 5.
Yeah, Okay. Let me see. That is that guy.
Yes, the guy right in front of me.
Yep. Okay, so that's 26 damage.
Yep.
Okie doke. All right.
And now for my bonus action, I'm gonna quicken an immolation, and I'm gonna light him on fire, which is right.
I can't move this map enough to show that. Unfortunately, it's like right behind. There we go. Now I can kind of show that. I'll just move it around that way. A DC 18. Okay.
Yeah, dexterity save.
Let's see what old bro is gonna do here. Yeah, does not make that.
So he'll take 24 fire damage, and now he's on fire.
Well, he was on
Like-
fire. Well, his corpse is still on fire.
He turns to ash, I think, if he burns up in the immolation.
Okay. So yeah, you just drops fire screaming as he goes down, and then as his fire like kind of consumes in, the body just turns to black and dissipates and goes away.
All right, so now I'm gonna move.
Yep.
And I'm gonna move right here behind my boy.
Sure.
And that's all I got.
Okie doke. We've got their turns. Okie doke. This guy's gonna make his attack on you. Yep. Let's do it. Oh man.
On who? On Ocel or?
Yep. Against Ocel. Pretty sure. No, he's got advantage on this attack. So 20, I'm pretty sure hits you.
Yep.
4 damage.
All right.
So attacks against him will have advantage. So keep that in mind. These two guys down here, Quill, against you. Let's see if I remember this spell. Enters the spell. When a creature enters it for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there. So yeah, they're going to have to make Constitution saves again.
Yes. 10 damage.
What was your DC again?
18.
18. So top guy makes it,
Okay.
and it was 10 damage. So
Yes.
5 points to him. Doke, he's looking rough. And the second guy fails it, the one on the bottom with the poison. So as you've sunk the poison in and this bite, and now this moonbeam hits this ghostly white flame, you just watch him crumple and go down. Guy down here. All right.
It's a better roll.
Okay, so let's see here. Who's gonna come out of the woodwork? Yeah. So this guy's he's engaged. Whoa. This guy's running out now with his turn. She's gonna stop and come back. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep, can just get there. He heard the shriek over there with you, Avion, and he's gonna do that. He's gonna make an attack against you. After this attack, we're gonna take, I think, a quick break. Gonna space this out for a second. Okay, so he's gonna make his attack here. Pretty sure 24 hits you.
That'll hit.
Yeah, so you take 10 damage from that. Great axe just comes down.
Okay.
And then this guy, actually it was a woman, and then this guy's gonna again go after you with his great axe. 14 hit you?
Nope.
Okay, so just misses. Actually, let's keep going. I'm having a couple of computer issues here, but I'll fix them when we take a break because this is almost over. Okay, that's them. Avion, your turn.
Alright, I'm going to take a whack at the guy that's in front of the chin first.
Okay. The one you kicked in the balls?
Yeah.
Okay.
That
18,
one.
that definitely hits.
Alright, and I'm definitely doing it two-handed, so...
Okay. Yeah, so 8 damage to him. Okie doke.
And I'm gonna try and grab him and throw him into the woman behind me.
Interesting. Okay. So with your second one, okay, yeah, fair. So let's do an athletics. I'll let you do athletics.
Sweet.
Yeah, you're able to grab him. And I'll say you can throw him into. I'll say you do it. You grip and just turn and toss right into the other person. And I'm gonna make her make a dexterity save, which does not make. So guy comes right into her, knocks her down, and I'll say he's on top of her. They're both prone.
Awesome. And with my final attack, I'm going to curb stomp their heads.
So you'll get only you won't get an attack on both of them. It'll just be the one on top.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Go for it.
Whatever.
With advantage. With advantage. Yeah, 4 more. Boom. So the guy, yeah, that's him. Okay. Oh man, this is... Sorry, my computer's acting the funky. Give me... Just... Let's take our short break right now so I can resolve this because it's acting really bad. So we're going to pop back up in 5 minutes, guys. I think Windows is trying to update my computer and it's just screwing everything up. Thank you, Microsoft.
Oh, that sucks.
So,
Yeah.
5 minutes and we'll be right back.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, Microsoft's trying to push me an update while OBS and my graphics card is trying to push me an update too. All right. But I've got everything back. We're in business again, and we're going to pick up. And Avion, we are finishing up with you. You just head stomped the one guy. I'll say for the sake of this that as you come down and you did, 4 damage, the repercussion of hitting the other one below, the woman below, you got another point of damage to her.
Yay!
Okie doke. I believe that is your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ocel, you are up.
All right. So we're gonna great axe this guy in the face.
Okay. Do it. Yeah, that definitely hits.
All right, so he's gonna take 13. He's still under the wrathful smite, so he takes 1d6 of psychic damage. So 3 more, and 13 from my necrotic shroud. So 29 damage.
Okay. That dude is lit up.
And you can see his head is starting to kind of really the psychic damage is really starting to rack his nightmares, and the necrotic is starting to turn his blood black as he's purple in the fairy fire.
You sick bastard.
This guy's just yeah, he's not having a good day. Again
for 27 for 10 more plus another d6. For 1 more, so 11 more damage.
Okay. This guy he's still up, but he's scared. He's got a lot going on.
Oh, and he takes 6 more from my Aura of Conquest because he scared me.
Yep. This guy's having a bad day. This guy just went in, cleared out a bunch of orcs at his leader's command, and then you guys show up, and now he's pissing in his pants. Okie doke. So I believe that is your turn.
That's my turn.
Quill. As
All right,
the steeder.
As a steeder, so I'm going to, with my bonus action, I'm going to move the moonbeam away.
Okay. Where do you want to put it?
I'm just going to move it back as if to clear him, to make him feel like he was clear, and then just kind of circle it around and move it right back on top of him.
So it leaves the flame, and you see him and then it comes back in, and as it does, it just sears into him, and
yes.
As the ghostly white flames engulf him, and he makes his Constitution save, and he makes this one, so he only takes half damage. So we'll call it 10. I'll round up. We'll call it 10. And with that, you see him go down.
Okay, so as he goes down, I'm going to use, I'm going to drop Moonbeam.
Okay.
And with the Steeder, with its leap ability, the Steeder can expend all of its movement on its turn to jump up to 90 feet vertically or horizontally.
Yep.
So I'm going to jump as far as I can towards Avion, which should be easily the 90 feet.
So you're you saw
boulder's
Avion
in the
go.
way, though.
Well, you can. There's a tent that she's behind, and yeah, you'd be able to miss the boulder, but you would hurl yourself right into the side of this tent.
Oh, I completely agree with that decision still.
Okay.
Let's see how this plays out.
So you rear back and just jump forward.
Yeah.
And you miss the edge of this, and then you just crumple. You just crumple into the side of this tent, and this whole tent just collapses around you. And you're entangled within it.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
So I'll say for the start of your next move, you'll lose half of your movement to untangle yourself.
Okay.
It worked out well.
Okay. Thanks for the raid, Wandering Disciple. Much appreciated. So I believe that is your turn, Quill.
Yes.
And that brings us to Rolf the Looter, a.k.a. Yip Yap.
So I am going to, as a bonus action, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna Misty Step. Maybe.
Okay. Where are you going?
I am
Nowhere.
gonna go right to here. That's my 30 feet for Misty Step.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take my movement. Let's see. This I can 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. Well, let's see.
Yeah.
I can get there. Right?
Yep, you sure can.
All right. And so there's 2 people here, right?
Those are dead bodies. Those are dead orc bodies.
This
Oh, no.
person here?
Yeah, you're right. That's 2 people right there. Yep.
Okay, so I am going to. Well, I already cast.
Yep, you
so
sure did.
I cast as a bonus action, so
Yep.
I can't.
You can wave at them.
Well, I think I'll.
I mean, you could cast a cantrip with your action.
Yeah. And I think I'll do that. I'll fire a firebolt at the one on top, I guess.
Okay. Fire away.
Let's see.
17 hits.
All right, so he'll take 10 points of damage, or she, or
It's the male on top, so yeah. Okay.
You've always had your problem with genders.
yes.
Yeah.
All those tall people, they all look the same to me.
I mean,
No pun intended. Everything you do is magic.
Avion looks like Yip Yap. Or Avion looks like Ozak.
Ozak.
Oh, Wandering Disciple with a subscription. That's another pre-roll for you guys. You have 5 now.
All right.
Thank you for the resubscribe. All right. I believe that is your turn, Yip Yap, and that
That is my turn.
That brings us to them. So old dude down here is going to attack you, Ocel, with his great axe. 10 does not hit you.
Nope.
Okay. However, you will have advantage because he is fairy fired. These 2, guy on top's going to stand up and come over here, try to get close to in between the kids again, and attack you, Avion. At advantage, he just starts frothing. 23 hits you for 8 damage. 8 damage. So it comes back, great axe, just 2 hands. And the female's going to stand up, and she's going to... she's going to come over here and attack you, Yip Yap.
Oh, man.
And she is just enraged as well, so advantage on her attack. But the way this is rolling, this is not going to hit. So both of you, or so everyone knows, attacks against everyone right now left on the board will have advantage. And
Our attacks will have advantage?
yes.
Okay.
And that is... Yep.
I was just going to point out that even though this is Osel's thing to save the kids, he's still by the gate.
Fair point.
Just wanted to point it out.
Oh, that's great.
He distracted the entrance so that we could
Yeah.
go do his bidding.
Yeah, and the one that was just like, screw the kids, is like, I'm gonna save you, baby.
That's right.
And with that, Avion, it's your turn.
I'm gonna shout, I'm gonna save you, baby.
They have no idea what you're saying.
And I'm going to try and choke this guy out with my quarterstaff by pressing it against his throat against the rock.
Sure. I like it.
Yes.
Do it.
So what do I roll? Just quarterstaff?
Yeah, just regular. You have advantage on it.
Yeah.
So You're pressing with two hands?
Yeah,
So I'll
I'm
give you
just
the
like
two- I'll
grabbing
give
it
you the
like a
two-handed.
bar and like.
Yeah, right in his throat. You get him right in the windpipe, and he's starting to lose his breath. Yeah, he's starting to slump, but he's still barely up and.
So yeah, while I'm doing that, I'm then gonna knee him in the gut to knock even more wind out of him.
Go for it. Also with advantage. Yeah.
Oh,
So he stops to just. Yep. He's looking real bad.
and then for the piece de resistance, I'm going to headbutt him.
Yeah, you are.
God!
Why not?
I love it. Go for it. With advantage. Yeah, that hits. So you've pushed him into the throat with your quarterstaff, and it's starting to take him down. Then you knee him in the gut, and he doubles over, and as he's down, you just crack, headbutt him, and he goes down.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
I don't think I would ever fight you in public or anywhere because it seems like you just have a great tactic every time.
Hey,
No, I'm 5'3" and very small. It's okay.
Dynamite
not
moves in
win.
small packages.
Corey, can we still give inspos?
Yeah, you guys can always give inspiration
I'm
to
giving
each other.
mine to Avion for
Okay.
that.
Oh,
For the headbutt, because that
thank
was
you.
awesome.
Avion,
So
you have
neat.
advantage. So if you want to mark that on your
Nice.
Roll20 character sheet, it'll pop up a little thing on your token so that you remember. All right. I believe that's your turn, Avion. So I am going to move it over to Ocel at the gate.
Yep. Someone's got to be here. Great Fire Axe to the face.
Sure, with advantage. Yeah.
20.
And with that, you catch him right in the head, and his head just splits, and he just crumples before you. The twinges of black necrotic energy kind of circling him dissipate. The purple fairy fire dissipates and sucks back into the axe,
Oh, that's cool.
and you stand there triumphantly.
By yourself.
At the gate.
I look around and pretty pleased at all the dead bodies around me. And I'm gonna roll over here 5, 10, 15, 20, towards the bridge to join my party mates.
Sure. All right, Quill, that brings us to you.
Oh, so I guess that I'm rustling up from destroying this massive tent
Yeah.
as this giant speeder. And I'm going to pop up, and the first thing I see is somebody swinging on Yip Yap. So I'm going to take a leap out of that tent and just move here
Mm-hmm.
and take a big bite
Sure.
out of old dude.
That hits.
And then he has to make also a DC
13.
12 con save.
12 con. Okay.
And then
Does not make it.
doesn't make it, so
Poison
2d8 damage.
2d8. Wow. Yeah. So poisoned right now as the steeder venom seeps into her body, and she starts to kind of lock up a little bit, and she's not feeling good. Okay.
Yep.
And that is your turn. Yip Yap.
All right, so
Come
I'm
to
gonna shock and grasp this person
Yep.
that just swung at me.
So you see, as you're doing that, like you see this giant hermit crab spider effectively just sink giant fangs into this woman's neck and just pump venom into her, and like she starts to lock up, and you go in and you go to shock her. Go for it.
All right,
13 just hits.
so she'll take 14 plus 5, so 19 damage.
So as she's locked in, the fangs come out, you grab her and just send electric energy into her body, and with that you see the venom kind of spit back out, and she collapses. and she is down. And the kids, the orc children in the back, still crying, one bleeding heavily from a massive gaping wound in the shoulder. Yeah. What would you guys like to do now?
Ursula will run up to them.
Go ahead, Avian.
You said that there's an adult orc female laying in front of them.
They're all dead.
Oh, I was gonna say, restabilize her.
Yeah, no.
Shit. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go up to the kid with the arm wound and try to heal him.
Do any of you speak orc?
No.
Okay. So these kids are terrified right now.
Why?
Yeah.
Absolutely terrified. So they're backed in up against this wall, and like the two that aren't hurt have like jumped in front of the one that is hurt, and they're kind of trying to act tough, but they're still just actively scared. So how do you want to try to heal?
Well, I'm going to put my weapon down, and I'm going to offer them one of the potions.
So you just like you set your quarterstaff down and you hold the potion out.
Yeah.
Make a persuasion roll at disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah, an 11. Like they start, the one starts to go out to grab it, but then the one next to him grabs the arm back and kind of pushes him back.
Okay, I'm gonna mind drinking it and give a thumbs up and see if that helps.
He's still like, okay, yeah. So still like holding him back. They're not sure. Like they don't know what to do, and they start talking to each other. And you have no idea what they're saying, but they don't speak common.
I'll try the same thing. I'll reach out with a potion, trying to offer to them.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh.
13. After seeing Avian mimic the drink, and then you kind of coming up and doing the same, like, are you pointing at the one that's hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, they kind of back off and let you through. Have you put your wings away, by the way?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hello, children.
Black eyes. Like,
Yeah.
these aren't like the other humans. They're worse. So yeah, you kind of put it to, like, you start to put it to your lips, and then you give it to them, and yeah, you start to heal it, and like slowly you start to see the wound kind of like cinch back together and stabilizes, and the other two see it, and they're all three looking at you.
So they did drink it.
The one drank it, yeah.
Are any of the other ones hurt?
No.
Like, no?
Not that you can tell.
And that's all we see is the three kids. Nothing else is alive from what we can tell.
Nope.
So Quill's going to kind of... Well, he transforms back. And he's going to kind of push through Ocel and Avion to the female you said was laying dead.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to put one hand on the ground and kind of brace himself and put one hand on her. And he's going to try something he's never done before. DM question.
Yeah.
Reincarnate.
Okay.
Got it prepared. I've never used it before. But it come. Does it come? The way it reads is that it comes back, but it doesn't tell me that it like comes back fully on this thing that is on Roll20.
Okay, so you touch a dead humanoid, or a piece of a dead humanoid. They've been no longer dead for 10 days, so you're
10
okay
days.
there. It forms a new adult body for it, and then calls the soul to enter that body. If the target soul isn't free or willing to do so, the spell fails. So the magic fashions a new body for the creature to inhabit, which likely causes the creature's race to change.
Oh God!
So
no.
I will roll a
That's
D100 and let you know what race it turns into.
Oh, I feel like Quill would not do this if knowing that that's what the spell does 100%.
And your chances, like based on this table, an orc is not on this table.
I just saw the table,
Yeah.
and I figured that would be like the most confusing thing and effed up thing for these kids.
You might turn her into a kobold, and that'd make her even better.
So the rest of the kids, the kid that drank the potion, he's looking good though.
Yeah.
Okay. So Quill's gonna still put his hand and essentially be praying over the ground and the body
Okay.
of the female orc, and just showing kind of a reverence towards the species.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I'm
Okay.
doing.
Yip yap. Anything you want to
Okay.
do?
I think I'll. No, I think he'll come closer, so that he can see the kids. But he's not gonna. I'll speak to them in kobold. Do they speak kobold?
No.
Okay.
No.
right.
They've got orc, and they're so young that they don't know any common.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So I'll hang back and watch.
Sure. So they're all they look and like they look down and they start to huddle around what appears to have been their mother. It's the only female orc down there, and they're crying. And they're all just kind of like piled on, and they look up at you and they look around and they don't really know what to do. They don't necessarily trust you. And you can grasp that because they're not actively doing anything. They're afraid to move. They feel a little pinned in. But yeah, they're there, and you're there.
Guys, can you search the camp? I'm just gonna keep an eye on these guys.
Yeah, and I'll stand up and I'll look around the camp.
And
Okay.
Quill kind of puts his fingers like in a kissing motion and closes the eyes of the dead mother he's praying over, and stands up, nods, and walks kind of and searches the camp.
Okay. So go ahead. Anybody that's searching, roll investigation.
I'm gonna go to the main tent. I feel really bad for these orcs.
So yeah, Ocel, you see the pile of orc bodies and the pile of human bodies, like piles of great axes and swords and spears, shields. Like there's maybe amongst everybody that you look at. Are you just going around the whole camp, Ocel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like you collect maybe, if you want to keep it, about 25 gold between all of the human bodies. Just piles of weapons from both sides. But nothing special that you seem to find. No papers.
Bring that bag of holding, Yip Yap.
No papers, no anything. Now, there is a weight limit, so you could fill it up pretty quickly.
Are there any
That's
tracks?
there.
Do I see any kind of tracks or anything like that?
I mean, just like what you can gather, there was a fight in here, just human versus orc, based on what you see on the ground. Quill, your investigation looking in the tent, it was apparently some sort of like high, like the leader's tent of the orc tribe that had inhabited here. Series of like hides and like robes and like weapons. Nothing valuable really. No money. There's some like remains of a deer that was killed a while ago.
Now, I know quite a bit about orcs. I've seen them quite a few times in the 140 years I've been alive.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything on the robes that would have signified just a form of leadership, or?
Yeah, I mean, you gathered that, like, just the tent itself, the way it was built, and you know, the ornation from the outside, it was the leader's tent. But there's no body that you can tell anywhere in here of a leader.
Okay, so I'm going to grab one of the robes that seems like the nicest of them.
Okay.
And a couple others, and I'm going to walk back to the kids, and what I seem to be the eldest of the orcs, I'm going to just toss that robe around him and nod. Him or her.
Okay.
Whoever.
Yeah, it appears to be a female, and yeah, she put it around her, and she kind of like puts it on, and she shakes her head. And by the way, thanks, Coach, for the pre-roll. You're up to 6 now. You're up to 6 now, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Damn.
So yeah, she's shaking her head.
All right, then I'll back off and walk.
Are they? Oh, go ahead.
No,
I'm just gonna walk away.
Okay.
Are they still upset, crying?
They're calming down.
I think I'll take out my lute.
Okay.
And I'll take it and I'll start strumming the lute, even though I don't know how to play it.
Okay.
Because music probably suits kids, and I'll go, and as I'm probably playing it upside down because I don't know how to play it, but I'll play it. I'll go 10 little 9 little 8 little orcs, 7 little 6 little 5 little orcs, 3 little 2 little 1 little orcs. Does that? And I'm going to see if that calms them down.
Make a persuasion check. Just regular. I'm not going to put this at disadvantage. I'll give you advantage to wipe out the disadvantage.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Okay. Let's see.
So 12. They listen to it and they're kind of like, they're not upset by it. They're more like, they're kind of like, they're not into it, but they're like, what is this that this kobold is doing?
Well, he's going to pull his silverware out of his pocket and start trying to play the spoons behind him.
Now they're just getting confused. So yeah, they're.
Yep. Can I try playing the lute for them?
Well, I am a professional, Ozak, but if you want to give it a try, that's fine.
I used to be a bard, so I think I'll give it a go.
Fine. Let's see what you got.
Alright, I'm just gonna try playing like a simple song, no singing or anything, and just try to calm them down.
It's probably really out of tune because I don't know how to do that either.
Straight roll.
I'm sure I would tune it because
Yeah.
I'm proficient with lute.
Yes, you would know that. So yeah, straight roll. Go ahead. Persuasion.
Straight roll of persuasion. Oh, that's religion. What? No, hold on. Just click the wrong thing.
An 11, yeah, like about the same. You play it, and they're kind of like they're watching you and they're interested in it, but they've calmed down a lot. They're not crying anymore, but they aren't sure. Like the impression that you get is that they don't know what to do. They don't know where to go, and they can't communicate with you. So like they're talking amongst themselves. You have no idea what they're saying, and they have no idea what you're saying.
Okay, guys, we can't leave them here, right?
I mean, we could, because, they're home.
Corey, how old are they? You said baby, like...
Well, not baby. They're like maybe 6 years old. It's kind of hard to tell, but you get the impression they're they're young. Like they're able to walk around and move and communicate and like do that. Yeah, but they're small children.
Osa will walk up and make sure his great axe is kind of behind him, and he'll kind of just motion like with his hand, and starts walking away and seeing if they'll follow him.
Okay. You can make a persuasion check. And I'm just gonna say you all have 6 pre-rolls sitting there.
I will take one.
Okay. So you have advantage on this. 28. Good use of a pre-roll, you're welcome. So you start to motion and like you've got your great axe kind of like to the side behind you and you wave out and like the rest of you kind of chime in, like chip in and like do the same thing, like come with me. Like Avion, you're playing the lute, and you're able to like coerce them to start to come with you. So that they begin to follow you.
And I'll walk out of the camp and I'll kind of grab Quill and I'll say, look for any signs of orc wherever we go. We can hopefully find some other tribe to get to. See if they can latch on with them.
Hey, how are we going to explain all this?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But for right now, they're safe.
No. We have to cross the bridge now because they'll think we killed everybody. And none of us speak orc or whatever they speak.
We have to have faith in the kids, I guess, to speak for us, which is terrifying.
Hey, guess what, Quill? They're orcs.
Yeah. I know what they are. They're intelligent beings. And they deserve to live.
They're
the
orcs,
same as we do.
And they'll think we killed everyone here.
Then why would we deliver them to another orc village?
It's a trick.
What I know about orcs is they don't live close really with each other, Ocel. The other camp's probably not that close. So that is going to be a shot in the dark as well.
We have to
do
get
we have any better ideas?
Chinese.
No, I do not. There's nothing that I can think of that will help us in this situation or them. They are welcome to follow us, but that is putting us and them in danger.
We can't be slowed down. We have to get the shinies to wherever we're going.
I think that we've proven ourselves time and time again that we can come through when people have asked us to, and now we got to come through for these orcs. So
no,
they'll follow us.
No.
Yip yap. They'll follow us, and if we find some orcs, we'll see if we can get them to them. If they wander off, they wander off. But at least they'll be somewhat safe with us, and they're not slaughtered, and that's good for me right now.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
We could take them. We could take them to the inn.
2 days back through the mountains. They will not make it to the mountains.
The ring.
Oh.
What?
I will say this. Remember, that ring requires you to stay where you are for a week.
No, but I really don't want to see these orc babies get slaughtered.
They're not going to make it through. We will fail our quest. 100%. There's no way we can do that. If we do that, then one of us has to go with them, and it's very dangerous for one to escort 3 young orcs. Even though we know the way to go, it won't be safe. So it's actually more dangerous. For
the people at home, this ring that they're speaking of allows them to travel back to Marsember to their inn. However, they have to go through the Shadowfell to get there. So they'd have to, whoever's taking them, or if they all go, would have to escort these 3 young orcs through the Shadowfell to get back to Marsember and their inn. And then they'd have to wait a week in Marsember to be able to go back.
I think that's a good idea, Avion. I just don't think they will survive the Shadowfell. You had problems with the Shadowfell, and you're a hardened warrior. I'm not certain these young orcs could survive it. I agree. It's a good idea, but I think we should just press on, and if hopefully we can. Yeah, I'd rather them be somewhere they're familiar with than some place that's going to terrify them.
Corey, what can I roll? I know that orcs don't camp that close to each other unless it's a warring, they're under one banner. Is there anything that I could roll to get any indication of where orcs would maybe be in this mountain range? Anything?
I'll let you roll survival to get an idea of that. Yeah, 20. So as you're have you guys left the camp yet?
We're out front.
You're out front?
Yeah, out in front of it.
So while you're out there, Quill, with that survival roll, you're kind of looking around and you're trying to connect to nature. You can't use your plant thing anymore.
Yeah. Should have saved that.
But it wouldn't have told you where they are anyhow. You do see out front, however, some orc tracks leaving the fort.
Okay, so how many would I see with that roll?
You're not quite sure. It's somewhere between 4 and 8.
Okay. Smaller tracks, like more children and...
No, they appear to be adult.
Okay. So I'm going to obviously point that out, and they can't be far away. And from what I would gather from this,
you're not sure. They're just tracks. They aren't going to tell you how far away they are.
Well, they'd be fresh because they would have probably left during the battle, or actually they could have went hunting before they left. I'm going to wild shape into a giant eagle, and I'm going to scout the area looking for any survivors.
Okay. Side note, thank you, Cranio Dad, for the raid. So you go out into your giant eagle form, you fly up. And how far? What range are you circling at?
So I'm gonna try to go where I see the tracks in which direction, and I'm just gonna see because the giant eagle. Sorry, I'm looking this up as we go because it's the only thing I can think of doing. So, I mean, really, I'm going to be flying whatever direction that I can see the tracks, and how far may I possibly see the tracks. Because I don't have to fly high, just high enough of the trees to kind of soar above.
Yep.
And I'm sure with my vision, I can at least keep track for a moment.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm just flying until either the trail goes cold or I see something.
Okay.
Which direction do they go? Away from is that back down from which we came, or away?
So they go out and away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna follow them that way, and should I roll to see if I see anything?
Yeah, you'll have to make perception.
Hello, Daddy.
Yeah. So you fly out and you're circling and you're looking around, and you see the you don't see the tracks, but you see from where you are, you're fairly high up, so you can't see the tracks anymore, and you're looking actively for these. You're actively looking for these orcs, but you're you don't see anything. Like you know where the track started to lead away, and you start to check that area out, but you don't. You can't keep up there.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is fly back to the party, and I'm going to land, and I'm going to stay in eagle form, and I'm going to essentially kind of point in that direction. It's the same direction in which we were going to be going anyway, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to point and hopefully communicate in.
Like you guys are needing to go pretty much southwest, and this is more like southwest, so it's effectively the same route. It's
a little off.
But a little off.
So I'm going to try to convince the party, still in eagle form, just and to follow that direction, and that way I can scout ahead, and hopefully we can, I don't know, find the damn orcs.
Also, we'll start following Quill as an eagle because he figures he wouldn't have started communicating with us unless something was good.
Yeah, why not? So,
okay.
Are the orcs following?
Yeah, I mean they're going with you guys.
Yeah.
That's not an issue. So let's stop here for just a second. Let's take an actual 5-minute break that we were planning on earlier, because this is a good spot to stop, and then we'll pick right back up here when we pick back up. So let's take this short break, and then we'll pick up here when you guys are going to pick up the path. So we will be right back. Okie doke. Welcome back, everyone. So, a couple things going on. We're having some really weird issues with OBS and Twitch servers right now. It's really cutting into our feed and our ability to process stuff. Shannon also has to be up pretty early tomorrow. So, what we're going to do is Quill has flown up and kind of pointed the direction that he believes that the party needs to take. And the party is going to set forth in that with the 3 orc children going in that direction. And with that, we are going to wrap up for tonight. I'm sorry for the abrupt ending, everybody, but technology is being technology right now, and people do have lives. So we'll pick up next time, trying to get these little orc children to their correct homes. And we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and launch a raid. Thank you, everyone, for joining in as this party tries to get this amber away into Starmantle. So let's go ahead and launch a raid. And everyone, thank you for tuning in. Thanks, everybody. We will see you in 2 weeks.
See you next time.
Bye.
All right.
Night, Internet.